Welcome back to Cabal Vision HD.
Welcome.
There's
The second repeat analysis of Steve. This is Steve versus Wylde Syde, week 2 in the REL. And this game is captioned, "Who needs the ball? Our puppies don't." Wylde Syde won the toss. I was glad because I had no clue.
Due to their werewolves.
I wanted to kick or receive. In the future, I'll probably receive. I feel like it puts you at a little bit of an advantage in a mirror match because not only do you get to hit first, but you know what you need to do in the second half. I came in with basically a vanilla team, had a few SPP, but no levels. He came in with a kick zombie. My objective in the first half, because he was receiving, is to hopefully get that kick zombie off the field to limit its usefulness. Yes, you do have to sit through watching and realign his players. I think you do that every time. Got a nice extra reroll on the opening kick. That's huge because we both had 2. This puts me.
Failure that could cost his team beer.
He decides to go after the ball right away, probably because it's right there. Fails twice. Basically, it's a lose a turn. Huge. Really set me up well for the first half. I chose to not really take too much advantage of this from a flanking perspective, but more isolate his line and just kind of try to bog him down. It worked relatively effectively. Really put him in a bad situation. Got a quick KO, put me up a man. It's always nice when you're defending. I decided to set up for stuff. Kurt's more my ball carrier werewolf. I'm actually debating making him the full-time ball carrier and skipping the ghoul. I'm not sure yet. George at some point will be a killer werewolf, but he doesn't want killing anything, so I don't know what he's going to do with life. And right now, I set him up to want to go to his ball side. I do have good defense over there, but he is a little bit more open from that perspective. Personally, right here, I probably would have marked and blitzed the white.
Apparently, it's more difficult than it seems.
Would have given him a nice little screen all the way down the field. He's out of rerolls, turn 2, and it was good. Got that nice little 1 and 9.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight. Somebody stop him!
Right now things are looking pretty good. I have an attack here, especially because he moved that man, so I can take his one wolf out. His other wolf has the ball, so I don't really have to worry about that too much. I can get a nice 1 die here.
Come out on top?
I was looking for a 1 die here. Got a stun on the wolf, which really helped.
This is going to be decisive.
Our wolves weren't very effective this game. Let's just say that. But I'm basically collapsing this side.
Like halflings round a sandwich.
I start wasting my rerolls.
It's a real war.
I learned throughout this game that when he has no rerolls, it's just probably best to just make him roll the die. I wanted to see if I could set up a blitz over here, but it really wasn't available. So, like, I was going from a blitz from behind. Probably a bad move. I should have just blitzed there and set up a good wall. It does give me some flank pressure, especially because a lot of his guys are tied up, so it wasn't horrible, but I could have made some better moves. I have Kirk back here. Kirk's really the only werewolf that wants to do anything. I'm not sure what to do with George.
Smug for remaining upright.
He's just...
Pride comes before a fall.
He's not much of a werewolf. He sets me up interesting here in that
This formation gives them a safe progression.
I have a clear blitz right
It's
here.
hard to make them lose the ball.
One guy with my wolf. Kind of a frenzy trap back here, but especially because he's here, I can just stand him up and negate those tackle zones, and I have this guy back here to negate that.
Appears to be anchored to the spot.
I think I made some mistakes over here. I probably should have stood him up and just moved him not back in and just like let these guys fight each other. When I negate that tackle zone, I'm really just trying to get some good ball pressure in. Get George in behind because that sets up that so he can't even get me off. Make him dodge over there, especially with re-rolls.
Get next to the ball carrier so you can
Push,
block.
which actually like it sets me up pretty well on this side. I don't want to waste the re-roll here, especially because it's his ball. So just by putting him down, I mean those were really the only actions I was going to take anyway. Maybe a block here, but I'm up 2 re-rolls and the ball's on the floor. This really sets me up for a good half. In fact, had a few rolls gone my way, I should have scored this half. Got nice and lucky with a few blocks in here. That was always nice. Christoph played a solid game overall. There were just 1 or 2 things like trying that ball pickup that he got unlucky with.
They're not within an inch. They're a wall.
Like this, I really regret that. I mean, he wasn't really going to clean much off. The most he's getting is a 1 die with a zombie, which is a 1/3 chance of failure. Like, he has as much chance to fail as he does to succeed, especially, so I really like this maneuver that I did here. Again, just trying to negate some tackle zones and see what can happen. I have a blitz to hopefully surf here. Pretty sure I took after taking the safer 2 die over here. Especially with 2 re-rolls. It's a pretty good call. I got them both down. That time I decided to re-roll. Re-roll nothing.
Better than a sharp claw.
This was interesting.
This player can't even put his own shoes on alone.
He was KO'd, I was injured. There's actually a bug, I think, when it both go down. The wolves, I'm not sure why.
Oh, wait. Something's happening.
Luckily, I regened. He's KO'd, which actually, that sets me up pretty well. Overall, like, he got the casualty roll, which is nice for him. But from a winning game perspective, I'll actually take KOs on regen teams because it's just as likely to keep him out, and he only gets to roll that at select times, namely change of possessions. So set up stuff nice. There's that nice 33% that I was talking about. Set me up really well because again, like now I should be able to start attacking over on that flank as well. Get a couple tackle zones in there. Set this up for a nice surf. George did something this game. Go him.
Snap man.
And into the crowd they go. we'll ever see what
So this sets me up really well, in fact. I get a block there, take down his wolf. It's unfortunate I didn't get a push. A push would have been ideal there, because then I could have got the extra tackle zone. But even this stun here, like we're starting to really bog him down, get some armor breaks. This is like, now the ball's really locked down. I can probably push him off next turn. Come in here, get the assist. Get down.
Might as well grab a feather and shove it up there or something. Probably good that
It's down. It's the end of his turn. Got my guy knocked out, but
let the bed bugs bite.
I'll take
Really?
that result all day, every day. Like, right now I'm set up. There's no reason I shouldn't score on turn 6 right now. Like that. Clear the ball. Well, didn't really clear the ball, but have the opportunity to clear the ball now here. Just get some pushes, doesn't matter. Pushes guys off. Like, I have this whole thing right here and a reroll. George doesn't like playing with footballs.
There'll be trouble with the unions if this happens.
Get a few more assists in here. And we've got blood. Wanted to do that, so I would have the reroll, rolled 2 2s. If I pick that ball up, I'm gone. This is a touchdown, basically came over. Based on what happens in the second half. But even now, like, I'm in a great position. He starts to get some bashing and now he rolled a 6 there. That was pretty big for him. I was able to start hitting my guys off. I got a little too bogged down over here, as I say. Like, you can just these zombies off relatively easy because that zombie's there. I should have really concentrated on getting that zombie out of play. You got some good one-dies here, but they're really risky.
Whoops!
Why? Right there. Now that zombie's out.
Yes, the unmistakable sign of a player's eyes rolling up into his head.
Honestly, he can bash these guys all day if he wants them. Puts this guy off the ball. Gives me a nice little assist right there.
Good catch. And oh, so near to the end zone.
I probably shouldn't have run him down. I was like, okay, that's going to be basically a 2/3 chance of him dying. 1 in 6 of him being knocked down. So I mean, 50% chance to knock him down.
They're attacking the ball carrier, Bob.
I know, Chief.
Not the best result for us. This is a fun bug. It says his guy's dead. He yelled at the screen. My guy actually died. That stunk.
They hit him and they keep
Luckily,
coming
we
back. I love it.
So apparently there was a chance for me to score here. I would need a push play somewhere in here. That was, yeah, if I moved him in there, ran the push. I don't know where I could have set a guy there would be because these guys, of course, are one short. Just decided I get a huge casualty here because that's his kicker.
Gotcha. I smell
no reach.
obliteration. This is gonna get bloody.
Ouch. It must really hurt.
That also sets him up for one more casualty. So right now, like, even though otherwise I'm happy, halftime I did everything I needed to. got my regen, so I'm sitting on a full team. He didn't get his KO recovery. Had that wolf stayed down, that would have
Looks
been
like
huge.
that
But
apothecary's
you can't win
magic
them all.
sponge was on full charge. A few of the KOs have been revived and are ready to play again. They're short of one player. That's a gap that can be filled.
Here the plan is bash the zombies.
This kick is crucial.
Block. It's an easy. Really good chance. Success. Set my two boys up. Kurt's my ball handler because he likes the ball. George just, I don't know, runs around and tries. Set up some defense over there in case of a blitz. And he gets perfect defense here, which can't win them all. It's also a very good kick for perfect defense. Like a nice short kick so he can threaten the ball. His werewolf. He overloads this side, of course, because why wouldn't you? Ball's right on the sidelines, which is terrifying because if they drop it, there's a chance it goes out. I get absolutely nothing here. It's quite unfortunate.
He's about to get
Like
punched above
one pow
and
there would have been great.
at the same time.
Didn't really get anything. Decided to do a cross-side mark on this guy, so really set it up. Give him -2, give him at most a 1 die. This I feel like was a mistake. I should have just moved him over to set up my stuff.
The attacker has an assist.
Waste my reroll right away. Don't get anything from it. Technically a stun, but didn't play the ball. Always play the ball. That was a big mistake by me. I should have just moved him to secure the ball. Blitz somewhere else. I could have blitzed him with Kurt somewhere, or even moved Kurt to secure the ball. Because now he gets the smash. Looking back at this now, it would have been interesting. I guess technically the blitz
Right
over
next to
there
a
is
teammate.
what he wanted. He probably could have set up a 2-die over here and dominated that side of the ball. Really locked.
They rolled on.
We didn't really like rerolls this game. It just wasn't our thing.
I don't rate that player's chances of still standing at the
So
start of the
I
next
have a
turn.
2 GFI.
If they are, then we
For
may
a
see a
push here.
touchdown.
Wanted to set up a 2-die. Was it the best? I don't know. That's a lot of dice. And we can see from that roll, I would have
Ball in
on the
danger.
1
And carrier too.
gotten it. Instead, I had to waste my final reroll.
Aim for the ball carrier. Take him down.
He got injured. Regen. So
And the injured player
that worked for him.
but surely regenerates himself.
And then the scatter, if it was anything on my side, would have been good. Turns out it's on his side, and I rolled up skulls. And win them all? I feel like our big guys just got so tied up with stand firm. Like in mirror matches, that can happen. he's out of rerolls. Again, as I said, no rerolls. I'm glad I played in the Cripple Cup. It really taught me how to play risk management without any rerolls. Probably should have blitzed there, looking back on it. Or at least put him in a blocking position here to guess that. Gotta go down. Honestly, not a horrible result till the stun happens.
The coach will be spitting teeth about this.
But it does really open up this side. So one thing I learned from here is make him roll the dice if he doesn't have any rerolls, especially if you set him up for a lot of one die. And that's why I should have blocked there, is I could have prevented that 2 die. Now he's kind of off to the races. We can get there. I made a few mistakes this turn. Next turn. Really would have been nice to get cash or something there, but can't win them all. But this was successful. That's what I needed there. Knock him off. Take my die right now. Get the tackle zone on him. 66% chance of success. So right now my thought was to push off this guy, which I fail at. Move the zombie down. Pause this for right now. So move the zombie down here, attempt the dodge here for a blitz. That would have set me up well. I would have been able to at least clog everything down, hopefully get the ball. It's 50% chance to get the ball right there. And then I would have been set up for a pretty good side over here, especially with that guy marked. I wanted him marked just in case I failed that. If I failed that, then he could have easily blitzed off my guy. So right now, like he's a 66% chance for a touchdown. Some things work out better for some people than others. I failed my 66% chance to pick up twice. When I had a free touchdown, he will succeed in this role. Good news is I at least got him to score right away.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight.
So it gave me a few turns to try to respond. Which I did really well the moment like he couldn't set his guys back up. Rolls the 6 and the 2. Made him roll dice for it.
Finally, something worth talking about. So much of Jim's small talk.
I was lucky that his knocked stayed down twice.
I imagine that in their dreams,
That's really the thing of with
one team is like
regen, it's kind
not
of
a significant
50-50.
can impact the game.
If you get lucky like that, he fails the KO twice, that's just as nice. My guys are very passive. They don't really like those pows. That's okay though. As stated, we can play around that. That sucked. There goes my one reroll I got. Would have been huge having that reroll advantage. So George is right by the ball, but he's failed so many pickups, I just say, damn it, George. Set myself up smart this time. Don't give him an angle at the ball before I try to go for the ball. So, you would have really had to bring this guy
The more the merrier.
around. That off. Even set that up so the ball's secure.
The team have possession.
Kurt, of course, picks it up like a beast. It's going to be my ball carrier. I'm pretty sure I've decided we're going to do some crazy werewolf stuff. You guys probably aren't going to like it. That's okay. I feel like I clogged myself too much up in the middle, but my plan here was keep both sides open, try to bust up the middle, as a lot of his positionals are sitting on the sides right now. Especially if I can keep this guy occupied with a zombie. If I can just keep him done with a zombie, that should in theory give us
Players
some
arrive
stuff.
to assist their teammate.
The surf here.
So am I.
It's the surf.
Just one
That's
more
okay.
stop.
It's just a
Oh,
zombie.
he's going to get into the fans.
Sets him up. I was actually going to surf him if he was anywhere near. Smartly backed off. Even I still have a surf play here. If I want it. I'm pretty sure I screw it up. I actually didn't screw it up. It's not a fair. Even right here, like, this isn't bad. Lockdown 2. Set up a nice little screen on this side. That's the play right now. Even being able to push him off in case of the dodge. And I give him a 1 die there, but that's okay. Blitz him off. Still not sure if I should have followed that or not. Probably should have get the ball out of town before I make any risky plays. Now right here I should have moved him over here and gone for the surf play. Well, technically I already blitzed, so I decided to play it safe, get my movement boys over. Right now I'm feeling pretty good. We don't have a great screen, but we have some good setup here. I know right now, unless I make a diagonal cut play, these guys are all out of the play. I can't really make it anywhere useful. So it's just really this side. That was huge. I probably should have said, let's make a diagonal here now. Set myself up in the middle. Got a good cage. I do want to re-look at this play once I get here. I feel like I made one mistake on where I finished. So I got my big play here. Mark there. I probably should have marked just straight on the middle. Like that mark. That was good. It's now even with a push we get.
Is the assist going to be enough to come out on
So
top?
had I marked here as opposed to there, I would have been good. And then just stood right behind him, and he would have had to do more dodges. Like, I don't mind my cage, but right now he has this angle to push me forward and probably get me in that tackle zone. Or this angle, which he takes.
Absolutely have to stop
Gets them
him.
both down.
Or
I get knocked out.
Chaos
Kurt,
God
the
would've given
carrier
me
who
hammer
actually
like
picks up
hands.
the ball,
Your
is
hands
now
are
on the
already
ground.
like hammers, Bob.
This guy's down.
He's going to sleep.
Still, we're looking at a
See him on
67%
the
chance to
bench
win here. I actually debated picking it up with Crow, my white. 1, because that would make him score, and 2, because he would actually ball. Go for the ball right now, no re-rolls, roll the 1. Because George doesn't like playing with balls, I know that, because George is named after a dog, and my dog doesn't like playing with balls. He's a very anti-puppy dog, so I probably should have just gone at the puppies all day with him, and he would have attacked the crap out of them. So that's how you lose a game on a few, I won't even say unlucky rolls, just a few rolls that don't turn out your way. I mean, that's, if I could get plus agility, that would be great. At this point, he's just bashing me. I was actually telling him, not that he needed to know, like, here's probably where your best play is, because why not at this point? Go hit me, have some fun. I have regen. Maybe you'll get a cash, maybe you won't.
One more step in.
My puppies are safe, so that's really all I care about. And that is the game. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment with any tips, tricks. This was funny, he actually threatened a foul there, and then rolled over here and got a boot out. We were joking about that on Discord.
What's happening down there? On the
Can't win them
floor
all.
again.
This one I should have.
Must like worms or something.
At least got a second MVP in the same zombie, and by at least I mean had that been on any of my positionals, they would have leveled -1. I didn't have the ball much because we didn't want to pick up the ball. He didn't have the ball much because he didn't want to pick up the ball. We really we had equal blocks. KOs and injuries were about the same. He ran a little bit farther. And yeah, it was honestly super equal. The difference was I couldn't pick up the ball, and he could. He got 2 casualties and score more than me, or 1 casualty and a score. So that gives him more points, but that's how it goes.